Her skin was as pure as snow, and her hair jet black. When I first saw her, she was sitting on the corner of a table in my classroom. It was snowing outside, so we all had to stay in class during the break time. Some students were discussing their weekend plans, and some others were completing their assignments. I was happy as I found a quiet spot where I can think and, of course, enjoy the sight. I was looking at the silently falling snow and lost in my thoughts. It was then I realized that the snow distracted me, and now I'm stuck somewhere in my mind. I couldn't break out of the pleasure loop. I was getting anxious because I can be taken away by strong fantasies. She appeared from somewhere and held my hand, and that's how I sensed her presence. Her face was at my left side as her hair was tickling my neck. She was so close. She asked me to remember the start, but I don't remember the start at all. All I remember was the blankness. Then she asked me to elaborate on what I see. I was scared to speak at first because I had the fear that she will add complexity to it instead of helping me out. She might have noticed my stressed eyebrows, so she rubbed her cheek against mine. I could sense her heat and felt connected. That is my favorite body temperature. Neither too aggressive nor too cold to make me feelingless. She helped me put the right equation, and I was finally out of the pleasure box. I turned and noticed her black irises. Her eyes were looking deep into mine. I kissed her frozen lips. It felt like I'm touching the ice. And before I could think of temperatures again, she kissed my lower lip. Then I realized it was me with cool lips. The school got over and I reached home. She became my subject of interest for that night. Actually, I must admit, for every night. And I wanted to explore more. So many times I found her in the snow-covered mountains. There she was half dressed with snow, and her eyes longing for an addictive sight. Yes, she was the most mystical character I ever met. I touched her a little deeper every day so that she makes her home in me. I would be lying if I tell you I didn't feel insecure. She was a perfect piece of art, and I was greedy for her. My universe moves with her, she was my center. Her entangled hair in my fingers, while she was lying over me. I wanted to see her 1,000 times to capture her face. But I want to tell you that her departure was more impactful than her arrival in my life. She didn't die. She faded. And one day, she became almost invisible to me. That was the most painful thing I ever experienced in my life, watching her die each day. The day we exchanged rings, there was no one to wish us a happy married life, but I was content. Those candles were staring at the most beautiful white gown lady. One evening, I was locked in a puzzle and I couldn't come up with the right numbers. and it felt like this time I won't be able to come out of this place. I was standing over a square platform and surrounded by many more squares. I was calling out her name, asking for help. She didn't come. I lost my balance and fell down, and it was a rabbit hole. Thump. I reached the bottom and opened my eyes. I found an unending passage in front of me. So I walked and walked until I heard some whispers. "Are you okay?" she said. I followed the voice, and there I found her assisting a man with broken wings. I couldn't have been less jealous, so I took her hand and we walked until I saw the end. There I created a pleasure box for me and locked her in it. That was the most complex thing I ever imagined. Next morning, I woke up feeling secure and masculine. She can never leave now. I was relaxed. But she wasn't as happy as I was. She woke up pale that morning. I never thought that she would die in that pleasure box. I could not unlock it, though I tried. I saw her fire dying and her hair falling. I saw her lips drying and her heart bleeding. Oh, I saw her fading. Yes, I saw her disappearing from my